Hi and thanks for watching. In the last tutorial we started out and we managed to get a few game states into play. We got the matches dropping and we got some messages displaying, but from that point on it didn't do much more. I think it says welcome to Nim and there you go, you to go first. That message disappears and that's it, and we're left with the screen that doesn't do anything. It's all very good, it's all updating and there's no nothing's locking or anything, so we have a screen there ready to do stuff, but it's not doing anything right now. So the reason for that was, if we just spin over to our script over here, we can see that I think we got to this point, pick first player, okay, where it says if it's 0 then computer goes first, and if it's 1, or it can only be 1, then you go first, okay. And I think it sets this game state, but up in our update method there's nothing for those player's turn and computer's turn. Okay, so the way we're going to do this in this tutorial is we're just going to handle how the player selects 1, 2 or 3 matches to remove, and we'll also get it to remove those number of matchsticks as well. Okay, so first things first, let's have a look. So we're saying player's turn here, so let's just add a new case statement. We'll go back down to here, case game state dot player's turn. And what we'll do as well, actually, just to be super silly, and make sure it's always the player that goes first, we'll say if next player equals -1. So it's never going to be that, okay? So it's always going to go through this else statement here. And where were we? We're down here. So case game statement.player's turn. Let's create a method called, well, obviously it's current game state dot game state equals game state dot busy. And then start coroutine. We probably don't need to start a coroutine on this one, but bear with me. Start coroutine. Show player options. Okay, and as usual, we'll we have to add a break as well, don't we? Because it's a case statement. And down here, then we'll just show player options. So we'll just do here. IEnumerator. Show player options. Right, that's what it's going to do. It doesn't do anything yet. So what we want to do on this screen here is have 3 buttons, 1, 2 or 3. Oh, it doesn't like that, look. It's got to return something. We'll do that in a few seconds. It's going to show 1, 2 or 3 and perhaps a little message down here. So we need to put all of this into the game manager. Let's create them first. So let's just create some buttons. Create 3D UI, button. And there it is. And what we'll do is we'll anchor it at the bottom, bottom middle, by pressing Alt button as well, Alt and then left click. That will move it to the bottom. I'll go to the scene view. Let's try and get some sort of positioning here. We'll keep it in the middle, okay, and then just drag that up. I think it might even tell us some borders. No, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll try about there-ish for now. All right, and then we'll make that button 2, and I'll put 1 and 3 either side of it. So let's just do that. If we just click in here, we'll change the text to 2. And I think what I might actually do is just zoom in a touch, click on here, make you a bit smaller that way. I can't see where the center. Hang on. No, I've moved the whole thing up, haven't I? I didn't want to do that. So if I just click on that again, and then just click there. Oh, I've blasted. I'm on the text. Excuse me. Sorry, it's the text that's filling up the area. Sorry, guys. Ignore that. Yeah. So move the 2, and then we'll just drag these guys in. I don't see how you can. Don't be a monkey. Pull those in. Oh, there we go. It's showing us the centre line now. I'll just pull these. I'm not worried about it being super accurate. There we go. That looks about right, doesn't it? But I would like to make it larger. So let's get our text going again, and make it 28. I doubt it'll fit. No. So we'll just make it a bit bigger that way and a bit bigger that way. In fact, I might even just do this, say -10 and then -25, something like that. There we go. Oh, that didn't work, did it? No, I'm happy with that. Hang on. There we go. Just do that, and then what was it? 28, and just make this a bit bigger that way, a bit bigger that way. Why is it doing that to me? Why is it not moving the because I'm not moving the button. You fool. Good start, isn't it? Sorry guys. Now we'll pull it out. That's better. Let's this is it. Here we go. So make it the width, we'll make it 50. And we'll make the height 50. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Excuse me. Position X, we'll make 0. There, that centers it. This is the way I should be doing it in the first place. Okay. And now we'll just call that button 2. Button 2. and then we hopefully now we can duplicate that. Control D, and we'll put it above it. Not in there. Okay, we'll just call it button 1. And if all things being equal, if we just click on that one and just grab it over to the left, I think it will lock. It was locking before, I thought, but not today. Okay, we'll do that, and then change the text on button 1 to 1, and then we'll click on button 2, I think, if it'll let me. Control D, drag it across somewhere about there. Obviously rename it to button 3, put the text to 3. Okay, there we go. Right, so we've got our 3 buttons there. Lovely. So let's create a reference to them in our game manager script so that we can. Well, for now, we'll have them all disabled. Okay, we don't want to see them. Okay, until it's the players go. So let's spin back to our game manager, and we'll have a public button. Button 1. I'll just do that 2 more times. Button 2, button 3. Okay, S, and down in our new method, show player options, we'll just initially say button 1 dot is active. Is it game object? You say button 1 dot game object dot set active. So I don't like that. It doesn't seem logical to me. I think maybe I'm missing something there, and we'll just do that 3 times. Okay. Okay, let's just do that, and now let's have a quick look. So we should see all compiler errors have to be fixed. Okay, so let's just do a yield. Yield return. Okay, we'll just keep doing that. I think it has to have at least one return statement in it, I think. Can I implicitly convert void to object? Hang on, let's do yield then, shall we? Come on. Come on, is that going to work? Don't put semicolons, but yield button. Hang on, let's just do this. Hang on. Let's just do return at the bottom, shall we? Return null. Return null. Is that going to be kind to me now? Come on, just give me. There we go. It's working right. Okay. So let's run this. While it's running, I'm going to open a can of lager. Yes, I'm going to be drinking on the job today, although I'm not technically working. There we go. You to go first. Wait a second. And it's saying here, null reference, object reference not set to an instance of a game object. Oh, you swine. Okay, 1 second. Let me just quickly get that fixed. Okay, I think I know what the issue is. I think if we just quickly put a yield return new wait for seconds. Let's just say 0.1f, and then just down here, I think we can get rid of that. The other, okay, that's gonna, I think, gonna work for us. I'm just gonna get rid of that for us. I think that's just there. Let's just try this and get rid of that for a second. And also, we need to copy these. If we go to Game Manager, we've got our button 1, 2, 3 now. So let's just drag those in. Button 1, button 2, and button 3. Let's give that a go. See how we look. If I click play, yes, clean that out. Welcome to Nim. You to go first. No surprises there. Bang, and they're enabled. But they don't do anything. That's okay. We're also going to need some text, aren't we? Actually, before we get to the text piece, let's get this logic worked out here. So we're going to say if brackets matches remaining rmg dot get remaining matches equals 1. Squiggle. We're going to have a new state here, aren't we? Current game state equals game state. Hang on, I need to create a new one. So we'll just say player loses. Player lost. Okay. Game state dot player lost. Else, and this is where we're going to do a bit more logic. Okay. We're going to say if brackets rmg dot matches remaining, get remaining matches, right? Remaining matches equals 2. then we'll just enable the 1 button. I'm not sure this is the best way of doing it, but then we'll just give it a go. Control C, then do that and that and that. Else if brackets that is 3. Basically, we don't want them to be able to take all of the matches, unless there's 4 or more. Okay, but 3, and then we'll just do the 2 lines. I think you can probably tidy this up, and then finally we'll say else, and then we'll have this one here, right? We'll just do the lot. Okay, how's that looking? So we're saying if there's 2 matches, then only the button 1 is enabled. If there's 3 matches, then only button 1 and 2 are enabled, and if otherwise, if there's more than that, then all 3 can be enabled. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at that. I don't think that's going to make any difference to this. Oh, what's this? Equals equals. What do I put? Oh, no brackets. There we go. We good? Yep, shows that error even though still all the errors are gone. You to go first, and they're all there. Okay, so let's just try this out by manually setting the random number. Where is that? That's in our random matchstick generator, of course, isn't it? So rand equals, let's just say number of matches equals 2. Let's say 1. Let's say 2. And then we'll just put that in there. So we're expecting only the 1 to appear. There you go, 2 matches. Welcome to Nim. You to go first because we rigged it. 1, that's the only one available. This is good. Okay, let's just try 3 matches. Welcome to Nim. There we go, and 3 matches, sure enough. You to go first. 1 and 2, and finally let's just do 4 matches. Although, yeah, 4 is fine, isn't it? Because this is going to be else, and then we should be good. We can prove that works. 4 matches, nice easy game. You to go first. Boom, 1, 2, 3. Right, lovely. So we can quickly get rid of this default value. Okay, great. So we've got ourselves a. Oh, no, we should also put some text, shouldn't we? So let's just re-enable those a second. Let's enable them all, and we'll put some text here, right, saying how many matches would you like to take. I know one of you has said that you'd like to actually be able to click them. Master Chief has put we was able to click them to get rid of them, which is I think pretty cool. So I wish you luck with that one. So let's add some more text. We'll say UI text. There it is. Let's do the usual. So now we're going to go. We'll anchor it at the bottom and also place it at the bottom. Alt. And what? That's not centered, is it? That can't be centered based on that 2 being there. Let's have a quick look down here. Oh, I see. It's not centered the text. That's fine. Okay, so we also want to center that and that there. And then what we'll do is we'll move it up above there, obviously, and we'll make it nice and large. 36, but then we need to make it bigger. Are we still in the text? Yes, we are. So we'll make the width 320 by 60. Okay. Oh, that's not going to be big enough, is it? Let's try 480, 640. Okay. There we go. And we'll make we'll make it white. We'll add the usual shadow. What was it I do? I do 3 and -3, don't I? Like that, and also add an outline and keep that as it is. Right, we'll make the new text. Also make it bold, right? No, bold. I'll make the text. How many matches will you take? Okay, how many matches will you take? There we go. And we'll call this matches question text. Something like that, right? And then our game manager, guess what? We're going to have a reference to that as well. Where are you, game manager? There we are. Public text. We'll call this question message. Don't love it, but there we go. Question message. Okay, and then if we just go back to our script, I saved that there by the way. Okay, manager. We should see a new row appear. I'm hoping there it is. Question message, and we'll just drag that into there. And for now, so we'll disable that and those three as the buttons as well. Disable them all. We'll spin back into our game manager, and where our script here. So if we haven't lost, then here we'll say question message dot enabled equals true. I think that's how we do it. Okay, let's have a look. You to go first. Okay, it's not enabled it. Okay, has it got any error messages? No. Did I save it? Yes. Question message dot enabled equals true. This is what drives me bonkers. Let me just quickly see what I did for the other one. Where are you? Display message dot enabled equals false. So that's what I put here, but it's not enabled it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, matches question text. If I just quickly enable it again. There you go. So it should have enabled it. Equals true. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So the reason that wasn't enabled was because I needed to get to the reference to the game object, not to the actual text object itself. That makes this look a little bit confusing because we're not using the game object here, we're just using the underlying text. For now, I think I'm going to keep it as is. The reason this works is because we don't disable it at the start. If I disabled this at the start, then I'd have to do the same thing here. Given that this is the only place it does it, let's do that. Let's actually where are we? Message text. Let's disable that there, and then if we just change this to game object, game object dot set active to brackets true, and we'll do the same. Actually, I'll just copy it. Shall I? Control C. False. Okay, so that's just keeping it consistent. All right. So that's why that's not working. Let's just give it a go now. Okay, it's not there. It should say welcome to Nim. There we go. I think that's going to work based on the fact that bit's working now. You to go first. How many matches will you take? Fantastic. Okay, this is good news. So now all we need to do finally is get the matches. Do something when you click these buttons and actually remove that number of matches. So let's quickly do that now. What we'll do is I think up here we on the start we say button 1 dot on click dot add listener. Now this is the bit I might need to quickly check my my notes. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Here's that example. So let's just copy that there, shall we? That bit there. Okay, we won't actually. And then add listener brackets. I press Control V, didn't I? I'll have to type it out, aren't I? Bless this. Equals like that. And then we'll add our start coroutine, and we'll call this, what should we call it? Remove matches. Brackets 1, right? We'll pass a parameter in there. That's that coroutine, and that one there. If we're lucky, we'll just add the button 2 to on click on button 3, and obviously that will remove 2 and 3 matches. So we'll spin down to the bottom. So we're adding a listener here for whenever the buttons are clicked. Okay, so let's just what was it? Remove matches, wasn't it? So we'll just do it here. IEnumerator, remove matches, was it? Brackets int num matches. Let's just see how that looks up here. Was it remove matches? Remove matches 1, 2, 3. It's horrible syntax, by the way, to me. Open brackets, close brackets equals squiggle. Wouldn't have got that in my day. Right. Let's just yield return null. Let's see how we're getting on in Unity. See if it likes that or if it's going to grumble. Any bugs? No, like I say, it's weird that I'm using it. I'm having to use Unity to compile these. Okay, so what we need to do now is let's just say let's add a message. So display message. Change display message. Okay, removing num matches plus match is. I know that's not quite right. We can probably tweak that, can't we? Okay, let's just have a little look. Let's just, yield return null. Let's see if we're in the right ballpark. Okay, let's run it. Drinking as I go. Takes one. Change display message takes one. Yeah. So yes, let's just change that to 2 seconds. Excuse me. 2F3. 2F. Let's try 2 seconds for now. Run it. See what happens. You go first. There we go. Click it. Absolutely nothing happens. That's probably no. That should have done something, shouldn't it? Didn't actually do anything. Okay, not to panic. Let's do a couple of things here. First of all, let's just see. No, it's not even displaying this message, is it? So, did that actually work? Button 1 click start routine. Remove matches 1, 2, and 3. So, the other thing I need to do on here, on remove matches, is just say question message dot game object, isn't it? Dot set active to false, and button 1 dot set, game object dot set active to false. Button 2. Let's just copy that, shall we? Button 2, button 3, Control S. I don't think that's going to work, but let's just run that. I don't think it's going to remove it. Okay, gosh, I could do this being a bit quicker now, couldn't I? You to go first. So it doesn't disable it. Right, 1 second. I think there's a slightly different way we can run those coroutines. 1 second. Yeah, so if we just try, I'm just going to try this equals. Is it here? Just there like that, and then there like that. So put those guys in curly brackets. I hope I've got these in the right places. This might work. It might just help if you put it in brackets. We'll find out in a second. Okay, I think I'll just use semicolon. I think it'll reformat it. No, it doesn't. It's not happy with it. Okay, what have I done wrong? It's brackets. That's correct. Got those things there. 1 second. So we don't need those anymore. Hang on. Yeah, of course I need to put a semicolon in here, don't I? Semicolon, 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 because it's a block there. Right, now let's try it. Excuse me, Shift Control S. Apologies if that sounds a bit weird. Let's have a look now. See if that works. Welcome to Nim. You to go first. Grab one. It still doesn't do anything. Oh, blast it. 1 moment. Okay, I've realised the foolishness of my ways. I've managed to put the set active and all that lot into the wrong function, so sorry about that if you spotted that. I'll just put that there, and I think what we need to do is just say yield. No, let's do that first. Hang on, Control X. Set that to false first, and then put that there. And we'll just do yield return. Okay, and that way I think we can just do. Yes, let's do that. Shift Control S. Let's try that. See how we get on. Sorry, guys, I had the script in the wrong places, didn't I? You're watching me thinking, God, what's he doing? So this is what happens when you have a can of lager. There, bang, removing 3 matches. There we go, and then that'll disappear and nothing will happen. Hooray, we're almost there, people. We're almost there. So what we need to do is we need to say, in random matchstick generator here, I think now we're going to have to store these matches in an array. So let's quickly do that. We can do that up here. We'll say game object matches. Okay, and then down here, after the number of matches is done, we'll just say matches equals new game object num matches. Okay. Oh. And then here we say matches I equals, and I think just to be absolutely sure, put as game object there as well. Okay, so that'll store them as an elements in an array. Okay, I don't think that's going to cause any problems. Let's just double check. Nothing there. So now what we can do now is we'll add a method in here, public void remove matches brackets int match num matches. Okay, and then we will say, we'll go through a little loop, shall we? We'll say for brackets int I equals 0, I is less than matches dot length I plus plus. Bear with me on this one. I've just sort of thought that's actually going to be wrong, that there. Okay, bear with me on this one. We'll say if brackets matches I is not equal to null, destroy brackets matches I. Okay, so it's going to go through and try and find the ones that aren't null, and if it's not null, remove it. But this is going to destroy every single one. So we'll change this logic here, and actually what we'll do here is we'll say num matches. Yeah, I need to put brackets there, and num matches minus minus. Okay, so we're going to be going down by 1 if it finds it, and in our logic statement here we'll say, and while num matches is greater than 0. Okay, so every time it finds a match that it can destroy, it'll do it, and it'll go down till it has no matches left to destroy. But also we need to say, is it matches remaining? Remaining matches? Oh. Num matches. I just thought I put num matches. We'll put num matches minus minus. So we need to carefully, don't we? You want to call it that? Let's call it matches to take. Okay. There we go, and then we'll just say num matches, just not to confuse things. All right, that looks to be okay to me. So we're just going to, it's going to start off. It's going to go through the array until it can't remove any more matches. I'm wondering if that's going to cause a problem when we get closer to the end of our array with everything being null. We will find out. I think that's going to hold up because we've got our matches to take and num matches. Let's see how we get on. Okay, back into Game Manager here, and we say removing that many matches, and then rmg dot. It would really help if I could remember the names of these scripts, wouldn't it? Remove matches. I thought that's what I put. Remove matches brackets num matches, right? And also we should change the text, shouldn't we? Set remaining text, to make sure that it's got the new value in there. Right, crikey, let's give that a go. No bugs, let's try this out. You to go first. 2. You take 2 matches. I think I saw them go, and it's 16 left. So this is going to be a little bit hard to spot. Why don't we lower the number of matches in our random matchstick generator again to where are we? Rand.next. So we'll just set that to 5. And that should make it a bit easier to see. That's 5 matches. Very nice. And we'll take 1 match, shall we? Just see how that gets on. Pop. There it goes. Very nice. Okay, we'll just do 3 or something like that just to prove it. Okay. Come on. Take 3 matches. Bang! There's 3 matches gone. Right, I'm really happy with the way that works, guys. That is it for now. What we should probably do is add a where are we? In our actually, let's get rid of the random thing as well, don't we? We want to make sure it does stay random. And in our game manager here, set remaining matches text, and then we'll say current state equals game state dot computer's turn. Okay. And we'll make the computer take a bit of time, but realistically we know that this is a very simple calculation. The computer's going to do that in a microsecond, but we'll make it look like it's having a bit of a think. But we'll do that in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, as always, please be sure to write some comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. At some point I'm going to put this up online, and I will put a link to the location in GitHub so you can use this. Alright, I'm just going to export it as a Unity package for now, and then you can just import them as you go. Guys, thank you as always for watching. I appreciate you staying and sticking with it this long. Look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers guys, bye bye.